Welcome to My Daily Thread. It's a great little place to get a snippet of wisdom from the yoga and the meditation masters to start or to end your day. I'm Jeff Lichty. All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. Thank you very much for joining me. We have been working on the sutras, Chapter 2 specifically, and we just yesterday listed the niyamas, where we decided or we came to the understanding that śauca, which means cleanliness or purity or maybe even clarity, specifically cleanliness of the body and the mind and the environment, really is the chief niyama. It's the chief niyama. Very similar to the way that ahiṁsā is the chief yama. Śauca gets followed by Santoṣa, which is contentment, and that's the idea of an inner satisfaction with what is. And this is what I wanted to speak a little bit about today. Contentment with what is. That, I think, is one of the hardest things for me specifically to accept in my world, especially someone who has had a few perfectionistic tendencies in the past, let's say. This is difficult, accepting the world exactly as it is, not how I want it to be. And this contentment or Santoṣa is really important for providing that stability and that peace of mind. To go back to the statement in the Gita, samatvam yoga uchite, yoga is keeping the mind steady. Santoṣa becomes a very, very important concept that we need to grapple with a little bit. I remember the teachings of Goenka in Vipassanā tradition. And Vipassanā, if you've never done a Vipassanā, friends, this is so worthy of your time. It's a 10-day silent meditation retreat. It may drive you crazy or almost drive you crazy. It definitely, my first one just about drove me crazy, but I survived. Go with me on this, that I survived. Now, Goenka would say, accepting things as they are, not as you want them to be. This was really important for the Vipassanā technique. You scan the body, you try to look and see exactly what's there. There's cultivating awareness, cultivating an understanding, and the knowledge of what is really going on inside, and seeing it clearly, accepting it as it is, not wishing it to be something else. Now, if any of you have struggled with impatience, or impatience is something that perhaps may not be the strongest quality that you possess, I'm only thinking of myself, friends. You know, accepting things exactly as they are and not needing them to change is a really, really incredible practice. Difficult, yes. Doable, absolutely. But we need to cultivate the awareness in the moment. And that's more, to me, what we're trying to do in all of our yoga practices, whether we're doing asana or posture practice, whether we're doing breath work and deeper concentration, or whether we're sitting in meditation using a meditation technique of any kind, accepting the moment as it is, accepting our life as it is. It is the peace of mind that ultimately brings us to an inner state of happiness and joy. It allows something deep inside to start to rise. When we can wrap our minds and our deepest part of our thinking and then feeling nature inside and bring it into Santoṣa, then we are really starting to get on the track. But as I think it was Lao Tzu asked this question, do you have the patience to allow the mud to settle and the water to become clear? Do you have the patience to allow the right action to come from itself? This is part and parcel with a practice of contentment or Santoṣa. That's where we'll leave it for today, friends. Let's check in and do a little bit more with the niyamas tomorrow. I know we've gone through the last 3, but let's keep going on. And then the next sutra is really, really incredible. I love this next one coming up, and we'll get to that by the end of the week. Okay. Om. Peace out.